Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Here we are, another day, another Karine Jean-Pierre video. You know, like I always say, being the White House press secretary is a tough job. It's even tougher being Joe Biden's White House press secretary, because you kinda have to make things up as you go. Well, Karine Jean-Pierre, very simply, sucks at thinking on her feet. She seems to have a complete inability to BS her way out of tough situations. You know, like a good lawyer or a good politician would do, dodging a question with a question, figuring out some clever way to avoid the question or to justify whatever it is that's being challenged. Well, Karine Jean-Pierre is just not competent enough, and so she relies on two specific strategies. The first is, I have nothing for you, and the second is Karine Jean-Pierre's coveted strategy of denying the validity of bank records. Apparently, according to expert Karine Jean-Pierre, spokesperson for the most powerful office in the world, legitimate Biden bank records that have now been confirmed by the Biden legal team are lies. Filthy, filthy lies from the Republicans. You can't make this stuff up. Let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. As White House clown Karine Jean-Pierre strikes again. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks. You guys just got to take a look at this clip. It is bafflingly stupid.
House Oversight says they've got bank records showing a Chinese energy company paying 3 Biden family members through a third party. What were they paid for?
Look, I'm just not going to respond to that from here. Look, we have heard from House Republicans for years and years and years how the inaccuracies and lies when it comes to this issue. And I don't even know where to begin to even answer that question, because again, it's been lies and lies and inaccuracy for the past couple years, and I'm just not going to get into it from here.
Okay.
It's just lies. Lies and lies, more lies, and lies on top of those lies. Really, I find that interesting because, from my understanding, even though Joe Biden said this...
Any reaction to House GOP's memo about your family dealings, sir? Any reaction to House GOP's new memo about your family dealings, sir?
Family dealings?
Yes, you're revealing that Hunter Biden's business associate sent over $1 million to 3 of your family members. Any reaction to that report?
Not true.
Do you have any reaction to the Russian jet that took down the U.S. drone, Mr. President?
Joe Biden claiming that, quote, it's not true. We have a statement from Hunter Biden's legal team, essentially validating the records.
In a statement to Fox News, a spokesperson for Hunter Biden's legal team played it all down, saying in part, the accounts so dramatically listed by Representative Comer belong to Hunter, to his uncle, and to Haley. Nobody else.
The account so dramatically listed by Representative Comer belonged to Hunter, his uncle, and Haley. Nobody else. Karine Jean-Pierre claims that it's all lies. The reports are lies. Joe Biden says it's not true. Hunter Biden's legal team says, yep, it's all true. All those documents belong to Hunter, Jim, and Haley. Let's have a conversation about credibility. You know, the same thing that we've spoken about previously. The Biden White House was supposed to restore credibility to the American system and American government. Is this what you mean by restoring credibility? Republicans subpoenaing bank records, having bank records in hand, and the White House telling us, well, don't believe your lying eyes. Those don't actually exist. It's all just a fabrication from partisan Republicans. So I guess if we follow Karine Jean-Pierre's logic, essentially what she's saying or what she's implying is that James Comer is fabricating evidence. Last I checked, that was Adam Schiff's specialty. James Comer has this interesting trait about him, something called basic credibility. But the second implication, I guess you could say, is that what, the banks themselves are falsifying records in order to frame Joe Biden? No, of course not. None of that is true. The basic facts are laid out very simply by James Comer, who's essentially leading the investigation into the Biden family.
They've gone for years now saying that this is Russian disinformation, that the Bidens were involved in influence peddling. Then when the laptop surfaced, obviously they said that wasn't real, that had been compromised. Well, now I have subpoenaed bank records to prove that the family took over $1 million from a Chinese Communist Party-backed energy company for no apparent reason. And he's still denying it. He's still lying about it. So, yes, we expect an apology from Joe Biden. We're disappointed but not shocked that the mainstream media has turned a blind eye to this. But my message to the White House is this isn't going away. There are other bank records. There are other potential business, quote unquote, deals that your family has made with China and other adversarial countries around the world. We're going to get the truth out. And there's going to come a point to where eventually the mainstream media is not going to be able to let him stand up there and lie to the American people about the fact that his family's taken millions and millions of dollars from our adversary.
You know, the identifying of these bank records didn't even really originate from Republicans looking into it. In fact, all of this started from the Treasury Department. House Committee on Oversight and Reform ranking member James Comer today wrote the Biden administration, several banks, and financial institutions about Hunter Biden, Biden family, and associates' suspicious foreign business transactions which were flagged by U.S. banks. According to recent media reports, more than 150 of Hunter Biden and the Biden network's international business transactions have generated suspicious activity reports by U.S. banks for further review by the Treasury Department to determine if there is illegal activity or a threat to national security. The Treasury Department used to provide these reports to Congress, but the Biden administration has restricted access to them, raising questions about a possible effort to hide the Biden network's suspicious business dealings. So it's not like the House GOP is just looking into the Bidens totally unsolicited. There's actual substance here. It's not like the Democrats do with Donald Trump. They make up a crime and then search for the evidence. The evidence was there, and Republicans are simply looking in. It comes directly from the Treasury Department and major U.S. banks who have flagged over 150, and now we're learning possibly way more than 150 bank transactions involving the Biden orbit. Now we're also learning that they're not just little $2,000, $4,000, $6,000 payments, but anywhere from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars in suspicious bank transfers, and most suspicious of all the money seems to be divvied up into small little chunks and small little sums coming from the same source. And all of the bank transfers have no memo, no reason of being sent. When you send a wire transfer, you generally write what it's for at the bottom. I'm surprised in these cases they didn't at least write consultation. They wrote absolutely nothing. And then, of course, to further debunk the claim that Republicans are just acting in a partisan manner, it's a witch hunt in search for evidence. More proof that actually it's the evidence that's leading to what's being found. Most of these transactions dealing with extremely large sums of money can be directly connected to, directly correlated to key foreign business dealings with China and other foreign adversaries, the details of which are found in Hunter Biden's laptop. In other words, Hunter Biden emailing his business associates about multi-million-dollar deals, little 10% for the big guy, and then around the exact same time frame, massive wires are being sent to the whole Biden clan. I don't think we've uncovered even a fraction of what is likely to be exposed here. As James Comer said, 150 flagged transactions is probably just the tip of the iceberg. There's probably hundreds more. I mean, we've seen the Biden lifestyle. You think that's $1 million lifestyle? Actually, less than $1 million being split between 6 or more people. Absolutely not. The Bidens live a multi-millionaire lifestyle. The question is, what exactly are they doing to earn it? Key emphasis on the word earn, because from my understanding, the Bidens don't actually produce anything. The Bidens don't have a family business. It's not like they're making widgets in a factory. Nobody seems to be practicing law or running a law firm. They're not actually doing any work, selling any goods, providing any service that would warrant multi-tens of millions of dollars net worth across the different Bidens, yet they somehow just have it. Poof, out of thin air. Something is going on here. There's a reason why the Biden White House isn't just brushing this scandal off, but rather lying about it and trying to separate themselves from the actual evidence, and that's probably because, well, there's something a whole lot bigger that hasn't yet been uncovered. I mean, it is hard to make a lot of money. Every successful person will tell you that. It takes hard work. You gotta constantly provide value. You need to always be working, making the right investments to make millions of dollars. You need to be highly productive and selling a whole lot of goods or some extremely valuable goods. I have absolutely no idea what the Bidens are selling. It has to be political influence. There seems to be no other logical explanation. As James Comer says, though, they're likely to receive hundreds more documents, so we'll have to see as more information continues to pile up. At some point, there'll be so much irrefutable evidence that the Biden clan will no longer be able to run away, deny, and lie. That's what I got for you guys, though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.